They mapped the stars with breathtaking precision. They built cities that rivaled ancient Rome. They conceived of 0 centuries before Europe. We see the grandeur, the genius. But beneath the veneer of astronomical brilliance and architectural majesty lies a truth far more complex and far more terrifying. Welcome back to Maya Media Creations. Forget the postcards and the placid museum exhibits. Today we journey into the heart of darkness, peeling back the layers of time to expose the chilling secrets the ancient Mayans tried to bury. What truly happened in the shadows of those magnificent pyramids? Prepare yourselves. For centuries, the Maya dominated Mesoamerica. From roughly 2000 BC to the Spanish conquest, their city-states flourished across modern-day Mexico and Central America. They developed a sophisticated writing system, intricate calendars tracking celestial cycles over millennia, and agricultural techniques that sustained vast populations in a challenging jungle environment. Their intellectual achievements were, frankly, staggering. But this golden age was built on foundations far grimmer than we often imagine. Power, religion, and survival were intertwined in ways that demanded a heavy price. The very cosmos they charted required balancing, and sometimes that balance demanded blood. Let's confront the most disturbing truth. Human sacrifice wasn't a rare occurrence. It was a deeply embedded, horrifically calculated part of Mayan cosmology and political theater. These weren't random acts of savagery. They were meticulously planned rituals performed on monumental stages. High-ranking captives taken in warfare were prized victims, their deaths a public spectacle reinforcing the power of the victorious king. But sacrifice wasn't limited to enemies. Evidence suggests elites, children, and others might have been offered to appease deities like Kukulkan or Chaac, the rain god, especially during times of drought or crisis. Victims were sometimes thrown into sacred cenotes, deep natural sinkholes believed to be portals to the underworld, Xibalba. Others met their end on temple summits, their hearts allegedly offered still beating to the thirsty gods. Imagine the psychological impact, the terror and the perceived necessity. How many thousands perished on these altars, their lives extinguished to maintain cosmic order or secure a ruler's power? The sheer scale remains debated, but the archaeological evidence is undeniable and profoundly chilling. And then, silence. Around the 9th century AD, the thriving heartland of the southern Mayan lowlands experienced a dramatic decline. Great cities that once teemed with hundreds of thousands were abandoned, their monumental architecture swallowed by the relentless jungle. This wasn't an overnight event, but a protracted, mysterious collapse that has baffled historians for generations. What triggered this great vanishing? There's no single bullet-point answer. Theories point towards a perfect storm of catastrophes: endemic, resource-draining warfare between city-states, prolonged and severe droughts linked to climate change, deforestation and soil exhaustion from intensive agriculture, leading to famine and disease. It's likely a devastating combination. The glittering civilization buckled under pressure, internal and external. The intricate systems that supported their rise ultimately couldn't sustain them. The whispers of the gods fell silent as the cities emptied, leaving behind ghost metropolises. We often romanticize ancient civilizations, but let's be clear, Mayan society was steeped in warfare. It wasn't just occasional skirmishes. It was a fundamental aspect of politics, religion, and social structure. City-states like Tikal, Calakmul, Caracol, and Dos Pilas were locked in centuries-long power struggles. These weren't just wars for land or resources. They were often star wars, astronomically timed conflicts believed to hold cosmic significance. Capturing enemies, particularly rival nobles or kings, was paramount, not just for execution or sacrifice, but as a demonstration of divine favor and political dominance. Murals and inscriptions boast of conquest, humiliation, and the ritualistic bloodshed that followed. Imagine living under the constant threat of raids, capture, and potential sacrifice. This relentless cycle of violence, escalating over generations, undoubtedly weakened the entire region, making it more vulnerable to the environmental and political pressures that led to the collapse. The glory was painted in the blood of rivals. The Mayan calendar, famous for the misplaced 2012 doomsday hysteria, is actually one of humanity's most stunning intellectual achievements. It wasn't about predicting the end of the world, but understanding time as vast, repeating cycles. They tracked multiple calendars simultaneously, weaving together sacred and solar cycles with the long count, a system capable of dating events back millions of years into the mythical past. This wasn't just timekeeping, it was cosmology. They believed cycles of creation and destruction were inherent to the universe. The end of a great cycle, like the one ending in 2012, wasn't apocalypse, but transformation. The closing of one world age and the beginning of another. But embedded within this complex understanding of time were prophecies and omens. Certain dates were auspicious, others fraught with danger. Rulers used astronomical events and calendar conjunctions to legitimize their power, schedule rituals, and even time their wars. The cosmos wasn't just observed, it was actively engaged with, a source of both profound knowledge and deep-seated anxiety. So the ancient Maya, geniuses and builders, astronomers and mathematicians, but also practitioners of brutal sacrifice, locked in relentless warfare and ultimately facing societal collapse. Their story is a powerful, unsettling reminder that civilizations, no matter how advanced, are fragile tapestries woven with threads of both light and shadow. Their pyramids stand as silent witnesses to a world far more complex and often more brutal than we comfortably acknowledge. The secrets aren't entirely lost. They echo in the inscriptions, lie buried in the earth, and whisper through the overgrown plazas. The Maya didn't truly vanish. Their descendants live on today, carrying echoes of that ancient world. But the mysteries of their rise, their practices, and their dramatic decline continue to haunt us, reminding us of the darkness that can lie beneath even the most brilliant surfaces. What other secrets are still waiting to be uncovered? What do you think is the most shocking aspect of Mayan civilization? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this journey into the shadows fascinating, please hit that like button, subscribe to Maya Media Creations for more deep dives into history's mysteries, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration. Thanks for watching.